And another thing, everybody, be very careful because there is a saying that goes, even the elite can be fooled. I can bring you to it, but it's also partially your responsibility as God teaches us to make sure you stay relevant as a chosen one. If you start getting egotistically driven with comparisons and delusion, that someone that's genuine telling you, I don't have any issues if I don't know you personally, but if I see what you tell on yourself with, and I can from there, utilize you to teach you about you that you may not be fully aware of because I've spent so much time with learning the psychologicalness of God and his teachings with me personally of my integrated shadow, doing a lot of investigating with being given a diagnosis of bipolarism. Therefore, I can witness as a chosen one. I truly am chosen. God would not ever, as I say outside, want anybody to do a job that wouldn't be able to, in the caliber of who God is, supreme in every regard, the most intelligent, the most powerful is. I would not want people who can't really honor that to the fullest extent when I'm able to test you all. So if it's about money and the love of money is all that we get caught up in as the root of all evil in comparisons and egotistically driving ourselves, up the wall of just not being humble, and being someone that's honorable. And, I said I love all the chosen ones. And if I'm driving the algorithms for you to get money to eat, that's what I want you to do. I want you to win. I want everybody to win. And that's a genuine, unconditionally, divinely loving. Unconditional love means divine love, the highest love from the Creator, that I match his heart. So I want you all to remember, I'm not here as an enemy. I'm not here to attack you. I'm here to be your reflection, your mirror that I can witness on the spot. If you listen to Carl Jung's video or any of his videos, he speaks and touches on those who can, with a clear synopsis, hear just a little bit about what you say, and then give you a entire diagnosis about what you are, who you are. And I'm not downplaying to make everybody feel comfortable with me, that I can freedomly, with my freedom, right, speak and touch on anything that you think is going to hurt your feelings or make you feel less than, because you validate your self-worth, not me. I'm responsible for me, not for you and your feelings. So that makes me free, in essence, of just being someone that expresses myself, that doesn't get caught up on how it makes you feel. That's your responsibility, your feelings. But I can touch on what I see that you can improve on. If you're a self-coach, you have psychologists and psychiatrists that need psychiatry and psychology and help from having everybody dump on them. That's the secret of that in that industry. When you have people constantly dumping on you, you need someone to talk to therapy. You just like cops and everything else. But I'll touch on that more. Whoever is in that line of work, giving service, pouring into others, you neglect yourself if you don't have a means of an outlet to balance you out. It becomes overwhelmingly draining. So a psychiatrist needs psychiatry. They need talk therapy because they have daily people dumping their energy and problems in their own psyche. So you have to have an outlet of you having a talk therapist, or alchemize it for yourself, be responsible, and, do positive things, have your family, right? Praise God. That's number one for me. And, start healing you in the process of knowing what to do and seeing by you testing the waters in different ways that, what's more successful for you in that line of work of service that's honorable. When you go to service for others, put your life on the line, like I said, military, police officers, doctors, lawyers, nurses, home health aides, social workers, case workers, that is a lot to take on, and we don't realize we really need counseling. When everyday life is a hustle and bustle to make money, I understand the psychology of it, where, that's a major thing in this society, in the world, that money makes the world go round. But you have to be level-headed to understand that there's a need, that we all need a psychological decompression. Now I'm trying to get it out, so I'm stuttering a lot, but I know God can do that as well to annoy me, to determine if I still want to give the message, and I do, because I'm driven to help. I'm an empath. I care about your well-beingness genuinely. That's why I'm so highly chosen, and my aura was expanded to the planet Earth and the cosmic egg. If you all listen to my videos, you would see and feel empathically that I'm genuine. It's not a front. And I can't lie to my creator. He's the most intelligent. Why would I use his mind to think I could trick him? I have to be honest, bluntly honest, upstanding in character and clean in mind, heart, spirit, and soul. I don't have ego problems. I'm on a social security disability that I do deserve from all that I've been through. When I went to get social security disability, they were handing you definitely need it. How many hospitalizations? Because I was searching for help. I was having a very rude awakening when my reality was abrupted and I had no one to relate to. So I had to seek help. I'm not suicidal. I had to seek help, psychiatric help from the hospitals. And God is still making me fumble, being a badass with bad behavior. And I'm just saying, that's just like a child that needed parents. If you can become compassionate and come compassionate and understanding that God is like a child that needs a mother. And if you understand that, or a father, then it makes you soften out and not really take it to heart so much. You know, even though I be in here whooping him left, right, and center because he's also a man. And that's part of my training that made me halfway, right, balanced. I was missing out on being able to say no discerningly and feel proud to do so and not utilize my feelings as a means of guilt that I'm doing something wrong to others that I'm not responsible for. That's why. And look at my body. I mean, like, I've lost a lot of weight. I used to be a big girl. And I'm not showing off. I'm just showing that God had taught me how to eat. And yeah, I have saggy breasts. I mean, God doesn't want me to pull my titties out. But I have children. And when you have children, my particular body, it gets engorged. Like milk all the way back here, milk back here. I mean, the milk ducts can't fit all the milk that when I'm pregnant, it just got stretched out, like really a lot of abundant milk. So after the baby is gone, right, and the body is no longer being sucked on to produce more milk, right, then I was left with saggy breasts, saggy titties. I'm a mother. So that should never desecrate anybody because they gave life. And a lot of times women sacrifice their lives. That's a time that they can transition, giving their life for another being, a child. And we go through a lot in bearing the children and raising them and our bodies changing. And, you know, I don't want to be desecrated for how I look. But if you think that my breasts are saggy, it's because I'm a mother. And I'm proud to be a mother because a lot of barren women that can't have children wish they had one child. So I'll leave that with you all. Please share my videos. I leave it at your leisure. I'm not trying to algorithm it out. God says I'm already famous. And if that helps anybody else to get famous because I mention your name, because I admire other chosen ones and their story and their strength and them giving advice in positivity for others, that's why. Have a blessed day and I love you. Take care.